Are you sick of seeing the same three decks over and over and over again on the ladder? Maybe even online tournaments and locals. You know which ones I'm talking about. Lost Box, Miraidon, and Lugia. Today I'm going to be going over my Rogue Zap Kick deck to counter the meta. What's going on, you guys? Kenny from Team Moistar here, and today I'm going to be going over a deck that I've been working on for a couple months. This is my Zap Lock deck. So, for those who don't know, this Galarian Zapdos has an ability where when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you attach 2 fighting energy from your hand onto it, but the attack for 2 fighting and a colorless to 70, and you discard all the energies off of it, and your opponent's active is paralyzed. Due to the lack of switching cards in a lot of these main decks, like Miraidon, they do play some switching cards, but you do inevitably hit them for weakness in the long run. Lost Box runs a ton, but I'm going to get into that in a minute. Gardevoir runs 0, Lugia runs 0, and a bunch of these rogue decks that are starting to pop up in popularity, they don't really play Switch or Escape Rope either, which makes this deck a little bit more viable each time. And one of the cards that is fully responsible for this being viable is Claydol from Silver Tempest, a card that I've never seen people experiment with. I feel like it's just because of the hindrance in the ability, where you can only use this ability if you have no supporter cards in your discard pile. It's a very, very costly effect, because that hurts your consistency a lot, but we've managed to dig deep into a list that could potentially kind of break that clause, being the inconsistency issue. But the second half of that ability states, once during your turn, you may attach a fighting energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So I bet you can see where this is going. You're just going to send up a Zapdos, get up 3 Claydols, and then you're going to go ham. Just keep throwing 3, throwing 3, throwing 3. And eventually, yes, your opponent's going to get knocked out, but you know what you're going to do? You're going to throw down Radiant Alakazam, which once during your turn, you move 2 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one of their Pokemon. So you could do timely plays of knocking out specific Pokemon like Lugia, like Tyranitar V, like anything in Gardevoir, so you can even sometimes avoid Emergency Jelly. It's actually pretty cool, and the best way to keep a lock going. Before I had this card in here, I don't know why I wasn't playing it before in here. It just wasn't, I was breaking the lock every single time, and it was stupid. The secondary card to help as well is Rapid Strike Urshifu. You can use VMAX Rapid Flow to start sniping stuff on the bench. You could easily use Cross Switcher, You could Cross Switcher up the mana feed that they have, Lost on it with Lost City, and then continuously VMAX Rapid Flow with having energies in your discard pile due to Claydol. We play 2 copies of Kricketune V. I felt this to be probably the best way to draw. I tested B-Barrel. B-Barrel seemed a little inconsistent. Kricketune is just a basic Pokemon that can also abuse 4 Seal Stone, and it can draw you 3 cards when it's inactive, also as a 1 retreat. Of course, we do have to run a copy of Drapion for Mew. Aside from that, let's get into the 32 trainers. We have 4 shoes, 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Battle Compressor, 4 Battle VIP Pass, 4 Capturing Aroma, 4 Cross Switcher, 4 Gutsy Pickaxe, 3 copies of Manual Switch. This is also because your opponent could boss something up and you need a switch in order to get out of there. Sometimes you just can't physically attach via Claydol or even manually, especially Claydols. They have a heavier retreat cost. So having 3 copies of Switch, 4 copies of Cross Switcher is pretty neat. 2 copies of 4 Seal Stone. I might raise that to 3, depending on how testing goes further, because 4 Seal Stone is just a really, really good card in a deck like this, where you're almost always going to have Kricketune on board in order to abuse it, and a Hisuian Heavy Ball in case you do prize your 1-up Radiant Alakazam and other things. You notice I do have a split of Baltoy. This is because one has 60 HP, one has 50. However, the 50 HP one does have the beneficiary of having Fight a Friend. Plus have access to 9 fighting energy. Wow. So let's get into a game to kind of show off this deck. So it actually looks like we hit Miraidon, and our hand is very cracked. They might just end up scooping after they see that they start seeing fighting incorporated stuff. But it looks like we have a pretty decent start here. Got the second Battle VIP Pass, so we'll be able to grab. I'm gonna grab a Zapdos on a Kricketune, because what this allows me to do is it allows to have a free retreat pivot on here while not having. It allows me to have a free retreat pivot, essentially, on the board, which is something that I really need. I'm gonna go Trekking Shoes. Yeah, I'll put it in hand. Because I could go... Well, I could go Switch first and then Gutsy Pickaxe the... No, that wouldn't make any sense. I'm just going to do it anyway. So Gutsy Pickaxe, use another Gutsy Pickaxe, which sees an Urshifu. Urshifu is fine. We're just going to bench it down, have the Lost City down just to burn cards, and then Exciting Stage for 2. This will see a Gutsy Pickaxe and a Claydol. Gutsy Pickaxe will see a Switch, which is pretty decent. Switch will be able to bring up the Zapdos. And then not finding a single fighting energy is kind of scary, though. We just need to find one, however, and then hit the Urshifu VMAX. 4 Seal Stone, well, this is just going to get their whole strategy rolling. There's the Miraidon. I think I played against this person on the ladder earlier, now I think about it. I was playing Gardevoir, and I couldn't find any of my Corellias. It was a pretty bad game. So, now the tides have turned. Hopefully our luck is starting to get a bit better. I recall them playing an Avery. I think this was the Miraidon list with the Avery, which everybody and their mother is playing Avery now, and it's so stupid. Like, just leave my bench Pokemon alone. Literally just leave us alone. There's the Raikou, there's the Regieleki. So, approaching this matchup, we just kind of have to rush the Urshifu, because the Urshifu is going to be the one that's going to be important. Electric Generator, the first one hit, the second one, oh wow, man, does he have Boss too? I mean, he has the 4 Seal Stones, so he's going to grab Boss, and that's going to take out the Urshifu just like that. Oh, that's so dumb. This dude sacked me earlier, too. Same way, they like hit Generator turn 1, hit everything. Yeah, there's Beach Court. It's probably the boss coming. Energy. Choice Spell. No, really. Playing down Beach Court allows me to have a Kricketune pivot. I think that's a little bit of a misplay. Because if I find an energy and an Urshifu VMAX, the Smarron's going down. And we have double Claydol now. I need the State Heads. Alright, so that's going to be an Urshifu. So I'm going to drop this down. I really don't want to drop that Drapion, but exciting stage. Hopefully it'll final fighting. There's the fighting. We're going to be able to attach. Gutsy Pickaxe. That's going to see a fighting energy, actually. That's actually very, very good. Then we're going to free retreat an Urshifu and Gale Thrust for 300 damage. And if we find another fighting energy next turn, we're going to be able to take a knockout on whatever comes up. I think there's a fighting in the prize cards, so that could be good. There is not, but there's a 4 Seal Stone, which will be able to grab whatever we need. This could grab us the Cross Switcher, which could knock out anything we want as well. Could grab us the fighting energy. Of course, this Raikou's going to hit the bin. There's our Toro here. So, and this is exactly what the deck wants to do. Another Miraidon, got the Ultra Ball. It's gonna be Lightning Energy, Regieleki. Ooh, they're going hard. Can they take the knockout? 290? That's not enough. Yeah. I was like, Choice Belt is 10 short. So there's an Ultra Ball. That's actually very good. That's going to get rid of these bad cards. And it's going to get us another Urshifu in order to set up. As you can see, it's like, it's slowly starting to not become Zaplock. But like against a deck like this, you just kind of have to rush the Urshifu. There's Cross Switchers even. Cross Switcher is pretty decent. I want to use the Star Alchemy for the fighting energy. The fighting energy will be able to use G-Max Rapid Flow, take the knockout on the active, and then 120 somewhere else. So we're just going to do that. Take the knockout here. Maybe do 120. I don't think it really matters where we go. No, it does. I'm going to hit it here because what this allows us to do is if we find a... we find another Claydol, we just went off of 100 Furious Blows on a Regieleki VMAX, which we don't have access to right now, because we need the third Claydol. But we have double Cross Switcher plus Switch plus Zapdos in hand in order to burn it down to where we can get access to more Kricketune draws. We also have only played, I think, one Ultra Ball this game. Maybe I played two. Yeah, we played one Aroma, one Ultra Ball, so we have tons of outs to the Claydol. Professor Toro, right on. They still have to find, I think, another energy to take the knockout here, which I think comes off Generator 3, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, they got it. No surprise. So they're going to be taking a big knockout. So now we're kind of put on a clock of if we don't find Claydol this turn, we might lose. But at the same token, if we do end up if we just find the Urshifu, we win as well, because that Urshifu will just allow us to promote Gale Thrust. Even just finding a Fighting Energy, we actually have a lot of outs. There's so many outs right now. Baltoy is actually his free retreat, so that's pretty nice. Gonna put the Baltoy. And there's the Ultra Ball. So yeah, that's it. It's going to be able to get us the Urshifu VMAX. It's going to be able to get us the energy to Gale Thrust. And that will be GG. Because they put down the beach card essentially. So boom. And then free retreat. And Gale Thrust for the KO. And just like that, Urshifu is very, very hard to deal with if you're Miraidon because you have a ton of HP. So if they're not playing the right amount of cards in order to get around you, you're just going to sit there and you're going to smack them silly for weakness without like having to worry about what comes next. So that is the Miraidon matchup in its entirety. So I have no idea what we're playing against, but our opening hand is extremely good. I'm just going to search the deck. We have all the Claydols in the deck. We have access to one Force Heal Stone. Lost City is prized. Nope, the Lost City's in hand. I'm lying. Looks like a Gutsy is prized. A Cross Switcher, I think, is in our hand. Nope, it's not. So a Gutsy, Cross Switcher, and oh, the Alakazam is prized too. It's okay. So then we're going to bench the Zapdos just in case. Gonna go Gutsy Pickaxe. That's gonna get us another Battle VIP Pass, so that's very good. Probably gonna end up grabbing the Urshifu because I'm not quite sure what we're playing against, but if they do play Tarantula, they are some small HP Pokemon. So we're gonna go Ultra Ball here. This is gonna be able to grab us an instant Claydol for next turn. Exciting stage for 3 more cards. It's pretty good. There is the Fighting Energy, so then we also have access to double Claydol. So we're just going to attach to the Kricketune and retreat next turn. We do have access to double Claydol. So we're going to evolve the Find a Friend one and one of the random ones. So hopefully we start to hit more energy next turn or waste a fine energy. Just to end the game a little bit. Well, Lilligant V-Star. Interesting. 230 damage and return an energy back to your hand. Leafeon V. So this is actually Leafeon VMAX Spot Ups. So it increases retreat cost, which everything in my deck does have either no retreat cost, 1 retreat cost, or 2 retreat costs. So it's kind of interesting. Greeting cells. So what I need to do is I need to target all these Tarantulas as fast as I can. So this is going to be in incorporation with the Urshifu VMAX. So I need to find a bunch of pieces here. Unfortunately, Cross Switcher is not the way to do that. Because if I double Cross Switcher, I need to retreat, and then I need to find a switch additionally, but don't really want to do that. But I might just have to burn cards out of the hand so we could draw more to hit more. So Force Heal Stone, Gutsy Pickaxe, Ultra Ball. So this is a little interesting. If we hit the Fighting Energy here, we have it, which we don't. Ultra Ball the basic fighting energy. So we have the Urshifu, we just don't have the rapid flow. Because we have the Force Hailstorm for the Switch, and the rapid flow is what I really, really wanted to pull off. Just to eliminate 2 threats, especially because that thing on the bench does have a, it has an energy already, and that's the one I really wanted to get down, because that's the one that, will start attacking very, very quickly. So we're just going to switch into the Urshifu, Mystery Charge onto it. We could throw another one there, but I don't see the point as of right now. And then a Gale Thrust will be able to take the knockout here. 2 games in a row, consistently just drawing well. So pretty happy about that. Force Heal Stone, not too necessary as of anymore, because we ended up using it. So we're probably going to see a Leafeon VMAX hit for 180 damage, I think, with the Spidops in play. I don't know how many switching cards they actually play that could come into fruition here. Missing Ghost is actually decent on our part. It'll allow us to get our 3rd Claydol into play, just to get our strategy a little bit more. Unfortunately, though, because of Spidops, Kricketune is going to have a switch. Was that a Sky Seal? Dang, they were going hard. I don't know about the Lilligant, but, you know, this seems pretty cool. Radiant Serena, so that is a problematic card in this matchup. Because that is a card, so Tails, yeah, frick, man. That is going to stop any spread from Radiant Alakazam. So, and then down 2 Cross Switcher already. They need energy plus Leafeon VMAX. I assume they have it, maybe not. They have 5 cards in hand, one of which, oh, I don't know, maybe they do have it. No, there's a Leafeon. Lilligant, okay, they're just loading their bench. Maybe they don't have it. Yeah, they don't. So Graining Cells. So this is going to give us an opportunity to potentially draw a Fighting Energy and go Rapid Flow to do 120 to this Leafeon and then also knock out the Tarantula. So that's not really what we want to see. So I'm going to slam down a Force Heal Stone here. Maze Goes to potentially hit Claydol. Yeah, there we go. So that is going to thin a card out of our deck and get our engine going a little bit more. So we're going to get that. And unfortunately, we draw 1 last card with Kricketune, but if we hit on energy, that is going to be very, very good. Gutsy Pickaxe, not exactly what we want to see. Oh, and that's going to stop us for a quick second. We could switch into Zapdos, manually retreat, swing for 150. That's something we can do, actually, because we can go Mystery Charge for 1, because I have a 1 retreat cost. And then go Gutsy Pickaxe and maybe hit the Fighting Energy. Yes! Okay, so we hit the Fighting Energy, so that is very good. So we're going to be able to manually retreat into the Urshifu, and then use our 2nd Mystery Charge in order to do what we wanted to do a second ago. And we're going to be able to go G-Max Rapid Flow, 120 on the active, which will turn out to be 100 over Radiant Serena, and take out that Tarantula. Which means the retreat cost will remain at 3 for Urshifu. This will also mean, well, we could have also done 120 onto the Radiant Serena to get it out of there too. The VMAX is a lot harder to knock out. Mesa Goza, this might hit the VMAX here, and it does not. Maybe they have it in hand. I am not completely sure. Research. Okay, so they're just, whoa, that's a lot of boss. I also have not seen a switching card yet, which is interesting. If they don't hit the VMAX here, I think the game is over, because that'll just allow Elegant Heal. Okay. Watch them bust out a Regenerative Energy. Okay, there's the Ultra Ball. Like I said, I haven't seen a switching card, which is interesting. Oh, there's the Rope. I wonder how many of those they have hiding around. So I could do 120, 120. They could heal that. Yeah, maybe that wasn't... I don't know. Maybe that was a misplay, maybe it wasn't. I feel like I really needed to damage this thing, though, because otherwise I'm going to be in such a bad spot. There's a Heavy Ball, so we can just get to look at what we have access to. There's a Radiant Alakazam. Wow, we prized a couple basic Pokemon and the last Cross Switcher, so we are not going to be able to touch that Radiant Serena for a minute. So we have a 3 retreat cost, so we're not going to be able to do anything as of right now. So we're just going to go with what I was saying a second ago with, I'm just going to do 120 to the Serena. If they have rope to get out of a Paralock, what? Why can't we use Glow? Oh, I was like, you were just highlighted a second ago. What do you mean I can't use you? So we're just gonna hit for, well, I'm gonna Mesagoza. I'm gonna thin a card out. Yeah, okay, cool. So Mesagoza is gonna be able to thin a card out. What exactly do we want? I think I want a Zapdos. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna G-Max Rapid Flow. We're gonna hit the active for 120. They're gonna heal to put it at 200, and we're going to hit the Serena because we really can't do anything about it. Yeah, we probably should have hit that last turn over this Leafeon so that we could have taken the knockout here and then done 120 in the active, and they wouldn't have been able to heal it. Just to get out of there. Gardenia's Vigor. Let's see if they hit it. They don't. Tarantula. I don't know why they mentioned Tarantula. Interesting to me, honestly. Benching Radiant Alakazam might not be bad because what this allows us to do is just going to keep pushing damage off the Leafeon. Well, it could actually push it up with Serena. So we're going to do 270, 290, they heal 290, they heal 270. Yeah, that's creating weird math. The V-Star power is going to come up here, though, which it's not yet. So this is going to be a weird spot. No second Spidopsal. Trekking Shoes, that could help us find a card. I would like to put that in hand, yes. Don't need that card. Cards suck. Okay. Heads, yeah. So it looks like we're just gonna... There's like... We're gonna have to two-shot this Leafeon. Is what's gonna happen. Like, we could have grabbed the Urshifu off the prize cards and Hunter's Furious Blows, but... So, we do 70, that puts it at 250. And then I do 70 again, yeah, we're fine. So we just put down the Zapdos again. Oh, it's actually attaching the energy? I don't want to do that yet. Because I want to be conservative. Claydol is going to be able to go 1, 2... And if they don't have access to a switching card, they're going to be in a really weird spot where they're just going to be paralocked. Zapper Kick, so I'm going to paralyze them here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes, discard the energies. And if they do not have a switching card out of, what, 11, 3, 6... What is that? 3, 6, 7, 8... They have very few resources left. I'll tell you that. They researched like 3 times. Yeah, they're out of research. Okay. Okay, I actually need to read this. I don't know what the second ability does. So search it up for up to 5 grass Pokemon. Okay, so Vigor. So they need to find a switching card out of 2 cards. If they don't, if it's an escape rope, we just throw out the Zapdos. If it's a manual switch, that's where it gets a little problematic. Because that means we have to start swinging with another Pokemon. But they will deck up before we do if they don't have multiple switching cards. They're also out of boss, I believe. Don't quote me, but they could be out of boss. Ah, man! Really? How many of those do you have? That's a little annoying. Huh. That is most definitely annoying. Huh. I'm not gonna activate the ability. So we're gonna mystery charge. We're just gonna hope they don't have, you know, switchless boss. Is all I'm really hoping for at this point, is switchless boss. I'd be shocked if they had a 3rd boss and a 3rd switch. But at the same token, I don't know. I mean, you really don't want these Pokemon in the active spot, so I don't know. I'll be able to deck them out before anything, so... One switch, one... I'm just a little... That's so disappointing. 1, 2... They have 2 bosses on... Oh my... Oh, man. Come on. Ivysaur. We had that, man. That's so annoying. I thank everyone for watching. Please subscribe and like for more content. If you would like to see more decks like this in the future, please post it in the comment section below. Until then, see everyone later.